Hey everybody, check it out. I got this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt on. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power. This is what I got from my Target haul at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. Target clearance. These actually went to 3 different Targets today. I took videos of different Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff I found at Target or saw at the Targets. So yeah. Anyway, I found these bitty pop figures for I think they were originally like $15 a piece, but they were on clearance for $4.49. Y'all can read that. I don't care if y'all see my Target receipt. So I managed to get all 4, and they actually had a whole box full of these things. So yeah, if Target would have gave me a job.
That's what you're looking for?
I don't know. What are you talking about? What I'm looking for? That's my other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt. I'm wearing one. This is my other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt, by the way. And of course, I have this one. Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael. Comment down below your favorite turtle. Here's the other one. Oh, wait, it's upside down. They're in different poses. Oh, yeah, I was at Kohl's, which I got a job interview coming up. I gotta go. I had a job interview today, and I got one tomorrow, and I'll probably tell y'all about the what happened at them. I got some interviews. I got some applications still at Target. So if Target would give me a job, I could be getting figures at 20% off. Anyway, I don't know which one's first of these sets, so I'm just going to open them randomly for you. And they were 70% off. I actually took a picture of it. I don't know why it says mystery figure, because the back shows you what the mystery figure is. And well, this is cool. It comes up with these little display things so that you can display your figures. They come out. You can probably use them as like a little representative piece. You could probably even keep them in the box and use them as a representative piece. So there's Raphael. See, they come out, and then, you put them back. They still have the numbers on them, so this is number 4. I guess that was number 6, so I guess they have an order of the things. I guess they're supposed to fit in the, see, they fit in the display case. That's pretty cool. Here's the Donatello. These are the the video game version ones. This one's number 5. And then the mystery one, of course, is Letterhead, which is a 1 in 6. According to this, Letterhead was supposed to come with the other ones. So I'm wondering if you actually get the right mystery every time. If you don't, then you might have to try them again, which would suck. I'm hoping I get all of them in the and just these 4. If not, I have to buy some more. I know where to buy them. Unfortunately, I think it's the Germantown Target where I found these at. I think these can be stacked on top of each other, like so you can like put your whole collection or whatever. That's cool. We have a Leonardo here. It's number 63. So they're just miniature versions of the already existing bigger versions of the Funkos. So that's cool. I guess you can put them in any order you want on your display things. There's Michelangelo. I kind of don't like that they pop out so easy, but that's okay. He says he's number 62. So there you go, April O'Neil. On one side of the coin, I kind of like that they pop out very easily, because you could use this as like a representative piece, like I was saying, for a game or something. Like maybe you have a role-playing game or a game where you play as the turtles or whatever, which is pretty cool. Would be pretty cool. From what I can see from the top, it's going to be Casey Jones, which hoping this silly thing slides off. Come on, slide. Hey, gum, I don't want to slide off. Hoping it slide off without. Jeez. Okay, so we have a Casey Jones, which is number 20 for some reason. So that's pretty cool. I might rearrange them in the display case differently, but there's that set. What's it say about Casey Jones? Casey Jones is a 1 in 6. So it looks like there's a Michelangelo and a Bebop. So maybe we can put all the bad guys together, and maybe we can put, all the this version together. So this one has Splinter, a Raphael, and a Rocksteady, and maybe we can put all 4 turtles together in a section. And but right now I'm just putting them in the sets that they came with. You can arrange them any way you want to. There's another case. I hope I don't get any doubles when it comes to these mystery figures, because again, that would require me to. Here's Splinter. That would require me to buy additional ones, and then I have to resell the bonuses. Which on one side of the coins, I guess, is fine. We can put the supporting characters, the other good guys, together. We got a Rocksteady here. We got Raphael here, different Raphael. This is the non-video game version. Rocksteady is 143 and Splinter was 64, and this one of course is 61. So I guess if you want to display them via numbers, that's cool and all. This one looks like it's Bebop, so that's good. So now all I'm lacking from the mystery one is the Michelangelo. It looks like they put. So there's Bebop. Bebop. Bop, bebop, bop, 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 bebop. So that's cool, Bebop. He's number 142. There's that set. Now, shingles. That's part of why I don't like how they go in and out and don't. Yeah. Looks like you could lose them very easily. That way. Now I gotta find Raphael here. Which fell on it. There he is! Technical difficulties. Bloopers! You get to see the bloopers. So they don't exactly stay in very good, apparently. So you got to be careful with the display case things. Anyways, here's the final one. Hopefully we get, again, the Michelangelo video game edition one. Also, I saw it at Target, but I think I forgot to film it when I saw it at Target. Was the they have a Leonardo, I think it's a Leonardo, with the mystery figure. Baxter Stockman, Shredder, and of course Donatello. I think it's a Leonardo figure, and he is in the party wagon, and they have a little miniature party wagon. And I was thinking about picking up one. I wanted to pay cash for it, and instead of buying one item, yeah, I didn't want to buy just one item off of my, card. So there's Shred Head. There's Baxter Stockman. I mean, you could play it with them in the box, or play with them out of the box as representative pieces. Either way, that's pretty cool. Of course, you got Donatello here. I think if I show him right there, you can see him better because that's where the camera is. But I don't think it really makes much of a difference, to be honest. Oops, I put him in backwards. So it looks like you can put them in backwards too if you want to. Alright, we got the other mystery figure, which is great. Now, apparently they put the wrong mystery figures in the packages on the back, but we did get them all, so that's good. That means I don't have to go back and buy additional figures, because I didn't want to buy additional figures. Because if I had to buy additional figures, I'd have to resell these for like maybe a couple of bucks a piece or something. I don't know. How much would you pay for just the turtle you wanted? And I don't really like to try to do mystery things. So I'm going to try to stack these. And so you can stack them. There you go. You can like make them whichever way you want. Like I was thinking, putting all the villains together, putting all the supporting characters together, and putting the different turtles together would be kind of neat. So let's do that. Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines, Raphael is hit but crude, Michelangelo is a party dude, Teenage Mutant Ninja, what the heck, Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell, Turtle Power. Okay, there's the non-video game 8-bit ones. Here's the bad guys ones. You got Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady and Bebop, and Baxter Stockman, aka the Fly. Here's the supporting characters, which are sometimes good guys and sometimes bad guys. Usually Splinter and April O'Neil are with the Turtles. Sometimes Leatherhead and Casey Jones don't always see eye to eye with the Turtles. So there's that. And then we're fixing to do the 8-bit ones. Which again, Leonardo leads. Donatello does machines. Raphael is hip but crude. Michelangelo, of course, is the party dude. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a Half Shell. Turtle Power. They're the world's most fearsome fighting teens. They're heroes in a half shell and they're green. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle Power. So comment down below which set you like better. And have a great, wonderful day. And of course, wish they would stay in place. They keep falling out. Bloopers. I think they're supposed to snap in a little better, but they don't for some reason. I'm not sure why. As always, remember God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Keep on gaming. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And, Jesus loves you, Jesus God, Jesus Lord, Jesus King, Jesus rule everything. And I know Target is like big supporter of the, immoral people, but still, they have all the good stuff. So I guess we have to shop there to get the good stuff. And boycotting really only hurts. Boycotting, to be honest, only hurts the actual individual workers. Boycotting never really hurts too much the big shots. So the only way we're going to stop the big shots from doing stuff that we don't like them to do is to vote for politicians that will enforce and enact laws to make the corporations and big shots do right. Yeah. So what we got to do is, like really tax breaks for that matter is what Mom's saying. Because if we could, reduce the tax breaks on the multi-million-dollar corporations, and we could, pass legislation that says they have to hire all their workers full-time, and we, pass legislation that says that the big shots don't get, we abolish salary and make all jobs hourly, and we abolish the big shots getting bonuses. Seriously, the big shots should not get bonuses just because the the workers made the money. That's how they got bonuses. The workers did the job, but then the CEOs and big shots and store manager gets a bonus because the workers did all the job to make profits that month or year or whatever. That don't seem right to me. So instead, take the bonuses away from the big shots and use that money toward payroll so that you can hire everybody at full time. I think that would be a better use of funds, in my opinion. Take all the bonuses that are given to executives and put it in payroll. It's really that simple. So, who's your favorite turtle? I know I talk about a little bit of economics and politics and religion and whatnot on the channel. And if you're not into that stuff, then, oh well. Usually I talk about it somewhere at the close to the end, so y'all people probably haven't watched to the end most of the time. So since that's the case of where either you haven't watched the whole entire video, y'all probably don't hear all the good stuff, or at least I think it's good. Oh, pretty cool thing about I showed off all the third-party candidates. I did YouTube videos of every one of theirs website. And interesting enough, the two of them that are running for president actually commented on the video that I did about their website. So, shows that they're at least being informed. They're at least trying to get out there, and I'm trying to inform everybody of all the other possibilities, because the two-party system is like been flipping a coin, and it's like two sides of the same coin with a lot of things that they do. They're both party systems are being ruled and controlled by the oligarchy, by the way, if y'all don't understand that, and the rich and elite powerful people, and for the most part. So what we need to do is people need to be more informed of all the possibility or other potential third-party independent type candidates running. And actually, I think that if you lose the primary, like, there's people who run for, like, say, Congress or whatever, and there will be a Republican or there'll be a Democrat, and they'll lose, right, in the primary. Maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't drop out of the race just because you lost the Republican or Democrat primary. Maybe you should be like, well, wait a minute, how about I run independent now? Because you still have all that, you've done all the work to go through the primary, then lose, but you still have, I mean, why not just keep going? I mean, this other YouTuber, he won, he almost won the primary, he would have won, but if it was for like, it was hardly any, it was like less than 100 votes, and he lost to the primary. And he was a YouTuber. He was running for, I don't remember which one, but he was running for a Republican primary for Congress, right? He was mainly running to, thought I'd show you these bonus things just while I'm at it. He was mainly running for, he was running because the person he was running against is a rhino, and he was tired of that person winning, and he was like the incumbent or whatever. And I made a comment, this was like, I think 2 years ago or something, when we had the last election, the last congressional election. So this wasn't recently, this was like 2 years ago. But I follow his channel. He has like a gun channel, you know, like one of those type. channels. And anyway, long story short, I'm like, he got all this support to, you know, and I'm thinking that the Democrats went and voted for the Republican in the primary so that he wouldn't have won the Republican primary, you know. Instead of voting the Democrat primary, I think a bunch of Democrats voted in the Republican primary to vote this YouTuber out, right? And thus, he lost because of that. Because the Democrats would rather have a rhino in office, a rhino Republican, than their Democrat or than this Second Amendment advocate, right? So whether you support or for or against Second Amendment is beside the point. I saw an interesting bumper sticker today that said the best part of the Second Amendment is well regulated. That's an interesting leftist take on the Second Amendment, because the right's take on the Second Amendment is the best part of the Second Amendment is shall not be infringed. So, yeah, that's an interesting take on that. What's supposed to be regulated, though, people, is if you read the Second Amendment, is well regulated is supposed to be the militia, the people, not the guns that are well regulated, by the way. So the guns aren't supposed to be regulated. The people are supposed to be regulated. How do you regulate the people? You train the people. So without giving free training by the United States government through our law enforcement agencies, you can't have a well-regulated militia. So you want to well-regulate the militia, allow everybody to have any guns they want, and then have the county sheriff's department or the city police officer department train them on how to exercise and use those. Or better yet, have the National Guard, which trains the military, how to operate the arms that the militia wants to carry. Because the Supreme Court has already said that every citizen age 18 and above is the militia. The Supreme Court's already said that. So if you want to regulate the militia, we need to be trained by the government, which will cost taxpayer dollars, by the way, because nothing is free. Everything is taxpayer funded. Anyway, back to the other story. The story was that this guy, I commented on this guy's post, and I told him, why did you give up just because you lost the primary? I don't understand why these people give up just because they lose the primary. If you lose the primary, you don't give up. You switch to being an independent and you keep going, because you could split the vote and still win. Because if the people are using the primary system to make sure you don't get in office, it's not necessarily because of registered Republicans or registered Democrats that are splitting the vote. It's because of the opposite party using the primary system to vote for the person they would least likely okay, if you're a Democrat and you vote in the Republican primary, or you're a Republican and vote in the Democrat primary, what you're doing is you're voting for the person you would least that you would more likely run against your opponent, your person that you want to win. So you're going to vote for the person you don't want to get the job and run against your person. So we either need to abolish primaries so that we don't have that problem, or make sure that everybody that participates in the primary is a registered Republican or registered Democrat. That way nobody can switch back and forth. In the state of Tennessee, we actually have a law on the books that says you're not supposed to do that, but I don't think anybody ever checks to make sure that people are registered Democrat or Republican. So the law doesn't really work, because you just have to declare which primary you want to vote for. And there's a law on the ballots that say is if you're a registered Republican, you can't declare to be a Democrat for the primaries, and vice versa. But nobody ever checks at the polling locations, so the law doesn't work. when nobody's checking to make sure, then the law is null and void, because the only way the law works is if people make sure that nobody is breaking the law. So the law doesn't work if if you don't have police there, presence at the polling place, and you don't have the literal poll workers go, oh, according to this, you're not a registered blah. They don't never look it up. So and if they did look it up and then they had a police officer there who could immediately take you to jail, or fine you for whatever the crime is. But they don't do that. So what's the point of having a law if you're not going to do what you need to do to enforce it? Anyway, that's just a side. Y'all heard some side rants here for about maybe the second half of the videos has been nothing but side rants. So y'all probably might not watch it or not anything. If you do, okay, cool. If not, okay, cool, I guess. That's enough side ranting and stuff about this video, because it's over 30 minutes long now. Later, have a great day. And yeah, I should be teaching political science, is what Mom's saying. The problem with me teaching political science is I don't have a degree for it. And, one, I don't have a degree for it. And two, the college professors are, for the most part, leftists. I'm a centrist, libertarian, right-winger. So, and a constitutionalist. So, the only way I'm going to be able to get away with teaching political science is by exercising my First Amendment right and teaching it to you who watch my YouTube channel. That's literally the only way you're going to learn political science, from a right-wing point. Because if you go to college and get a degree in law or constitutional or history, you're going to be taught by liberal left-wing professors from a leftist point of view, not a right point of view. So the only way you can learn political or poli-sci from a right point of view is YouTube political scientists, or reading books by centrist libertarians or right-wingers. So college is full of leftists. That's why it's not worth going to college anymore. They teach, interesting enough, they use capitalism, even though they hate capitalism, they use capitalism to get you to go to college, and then they teach you to hate capitalism. That makes no sense. All these anti-capitalists are hypocrites because they use capitalism every day to get their anti-capitalist message out there. That seems very hypocritical, in my opinion. So you communists are hypocrites because you use capitalism and to spread your message of communism. That's hypocritical. If you really want to teach about communism, which believes in free everything, why don't you, I don't know, offer to give your books for free, offer to give your lectures for free, offer to give everything out for free, instead of selling your books and asking people to give you money. That's hypocritical. You should be giving out everything free. I guess I thought I was done with the ranting, but that was a side little note. I guess I wasn't done with the ranting, because that was a little side rant about communism being hypocritical. Communists are hypocrites because they use capitalism to preach and teach communism. They make money off of communism through capitalism, when communism isn't supposed to be about making money. It's supposed to be about sharing the equal wealth and everything being free to everybody. Matter of fact, a true communistic system would not require money at all. There would be no money in a true communist system, because you wouldn't need money, because everything would be equally divided unto everybody. True communism requires all resources to be equally divided unto everyone equally, meaning there's no need for a monetary system at all. True communism also requires everyone to equally work to produce those resources that are then equally distributed. For that to work, it has to be an equal voluntary system, which makes certain individuals have to be in charge to make sure this equality works. The problem with that is communism always leads to a dictatorship, a fascist system that keeps a dictatorship run by a fascist system, because you have to have state control of everything to make sure that equality is distributed equally. When you have state control of everything, the police, the state, the fascist government controls that. But then the police and the higher government people are corrupt, because absolute power corrupts absolutely. And thus, those people get better everything because then everybody else. So who gets the first fruits, the first share of everything? The government dictatorships that are in control. The fascist military police system that is in control. If you ever speak out against the government, the fascist military police system has you executed through the secret police system network. So that is why communism has always, and in every single system, failed, because it always leads to absolute power corrupts absolutely, oligarchy, elites in charge, who then get to determine what is equal. And they always decide they get to be better than you, the smaller guys. They decide what jobs you have to do so that you can participate in getting the free, resources. Which the free resources run out when people stop working, or when the rich run out of money that you've took from the rich. So you take from the rich to give to the poor. Eventually you run out of money from the rich. While you're taking from the rich, you try to implement a system where all the poor has to work in basically the fields, because the only resource that a true communistic society needs is food. So everybody works being farmers, or being fascist police, or being government oligarchy overlords. That's the only three jobs really that exist. You either work as law, rulers, or farmers. Or distributors, which a distributor would be the person who then decides how that farming stuff is distributed, which could also be the military or the police. Or the overlords, which are the government. So it's really only three jobs. It's a tri system. The lower people down here are the farmers that produce everything. The top people at the top are the oligarchy government, which control the fascist police, which force the small people to basically give everything to the big shots, who then decide how it is equally distributed. That is how communism works. Which is never equally distributed because, again, like I said, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So the people at the top are always going to take more, because who's going to stop them? No one. They're in charge. They're dictators. No one can stop them. They're a dictatorship of that second version of dictatorship, where you have a group of people that run together. I forget the name of that type of dictatorship, but you have it. It's where there's not one person in charge, but there's a group of people that are in charge, and they all together work as a dictator together. You know, the USSR did that. That small group then gets to vote who is the prime minister, president, czar, whatever you want to call them. And then when that czar dies, they appoint another czar from that group of people. And they might let certain individuals into their group that have displayed loyalty to the party, basically, who work their way up because they were probably farmers, and then they probably decided to work for the military police, and then later they got into the party, and that. But usually the systems all break down eventually because there's nobody at the top anymore because they die off and they keep putting the next person in power, and the farmers run out of other people's money, and the farmers eventually they revolt because harsh conditions and whatnot. And sometimes it's not the farmers, sometimes it's the miners or the other industrial people, because sometimes there's other resources too, like coal and oil and different things. So it might not necessarily be the farmers, but it's the workers, the other workers, that they get exploited too. It's a system that eventually exploits the workers. That it claims it's going to help the workers, but it's a system that eventually exploits the workers almost as bad, if not worse, than capitalism exploits the workers. In some cases, capitalism can exploit the workers, but in some cases, capitalism leads. But in the case of capitalism, you're not that exploited because you can always look for another job, and you can always try to go to another company that'll pay you more. In communism, you can't look for another job, and you get paid nothing anyway. So even if you did find another job that you liked better, you'd still be getting paid nothing, except for the same resources that everybody else already gets, which is like your box of food or whatever, and other resources like clothes and etc. that you basically get handed to you a month. This is what you get. You don't get nothing else. You don't get any more. You don't get any less. And you got to go to work every day for it. So good luck on being able to collect anything, because there are no collections in communism. Nobody can collect anything. The state owns everything. The only thing you can collect is, I don't know, clothes and food to eat. You might be able to trade if, of course, the police don't catch you doing it. And the things you'll be able to trade is the extra food that you didn't eat. For, like, maybe you don't like potatoes, the other guy got carrots, and you trade some of your potatoes for his carrots because you like carrots more than potatoes, and he don't like carrots. That's the only way you're going to trade. Because everybody's going to get the same clothes. Maybe you don't wear your clothes out as fast as somebody else does. So they trade your clothes for you trade your extra clothes for some of the extra food or something. I don't know. That's the only thing you're going to have to trade. So there's not going to be much to trade. And of course, you'll have to do it you'll have to do the trading without the government finding out that you trade, because you're not supposed to trade. You're supposed to. It's called black market. It's the black market. You're supposed to eat and wear and use what they give you, and that's supposed to last for the whole month. The box that you get, the supplies. You have no other choice. That's it. So, yeah, y'all heard like a 30-minute rant about random other stuff, so sorry about that. Not really, but maybe you got informed by watching it. Maybe you didn't. Who knows? Y'all probably did. Y'all probably stopped watching this about 20 minutes ago, so I ain't worried about it. Maybe y'all stopped watching it 30 minutes ago. As soon as I started talking about stuff other than the Funko Bitty Pops that I found, you probably done stopped watching it. As soon as y'all saw all of them unboxed, you probably stopped watching it. But that's fine. I guess I'm gonna have to title the thing Unboxing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Bitty Pops plus a rant and rave about, I don't know, random political stuff. Later. I'm getting off now because you talk too long, your voice gets dry. That's why. Yeah. Anyway, later.